Why most people quit before they even start. This is me speaking from experience. So, number one is you try to go all in way too fast. It's like going to the gym for the first time. If you try to lift a bunch of weights, a bunch of volume, and your body's not used to it, guess what? You are not going to want to get up out of your bed the next day. You're just going to want to sit in bed and wonder why the hell you just did that. Another thing is there's way too much fluff online now. There's content everywhere. And you might see one video and you might say, "Oh, that's great advice," and then you might try to implement it, but you got to focus on what works best for you. And you'll have one guy say, or you'll have one person say, focus on posting content every day, posting 3 times a day. And it's like, if you've never done that before, you're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to judge yourself. You're going to, especially if you're editing your own stuff. Like, I don't know how other people are, but when I edit my own stuff, I'm like, like, why did I say it that way? Or I could have said this or added that. You start overthinking, and then ultimately that's when you get overwhelmed and give up, or you take a break, whatever you got to do. Another thing is that you don't have a strong enough reason as to why you're doing what you're doing or why you're going on the path that you're going on. Like, if you don't have that specific why or reason, or a strong enough, deep enough reason as to why you're doing what you're doing, trust me, you're not going to get anywhere. And the last thing is, you try to put way too much food on one plate. What do I mean by that? You try to do too many things all at once instead of focusing on one thing. So maybe, if you're trying to focus on content, focus on one platform instead of posting on multiple. Now, you can post whatever you post on one platform, you can post on the other. But if you're new, if you're trying to figure things out, see how things work, focus on one platform. Once you focus on one thing at a time, that's when things start to get simple. When you try to do too many things all at once, that's when things get complicated. That's when the stress kicks in. And ultimately, that's when you give up. I learned this the hard way. So these are just things that I'm speaking from experience. Hopefully you got something out of this. But keep going. It's hard out here. There's a lot of content. There's a lot of fluff. There's a lot going on. But yeah, hopefully you got some value out of this. I wanted to share this because I think this is a common thing that people go through, especially when it comes to, figuring out better ways to better your life. So that's all I got. Take control or be controlled. Peace.